A live look at the Flats in Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium. It is week 8 of the EA Sports college football season, and the games are getting more intense. It's the Florida Gators and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you think about the history of college football, you have got to think about Bobby Dodd Stadium. It is the oldest stadium in FBS history, built in 1913. On the campus of Georgia Tech, this place has seen a lot of great college football through the years. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Gators ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To the air, it's Mendoza. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
I love the offense coming out, being aggressive on the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away, but the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense just did there.
I'm about to say, the defense loves that they came out like that, too. Like, expecting the pass, played the pass, made the first big play in this ball game, the very first play of the game.
Cuts it upfield. It's Montgomery. The Gators have pushed it inside the 20. They'll ride him again. There he goes. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Gators. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Coming out with it, it's Perry. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good...
Looking for a big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Drops back. It's Mendoza. Left side is Watson. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does a linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Hits inside. It's Dickens. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. Handoff, Duke Watson running left. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt hits ground to the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long right here. Gets the back moving. Jones to throw. Right side, it's Montgomery. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, that was the only place the quarterback could go with the ball. Finding his back out of the backfield, just couldn't make enough guys miss, and now it's 4th down.
The Gators send out the punt unit. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, it's Dickens. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Turning it on! He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. A handoff set up with a 1st and goal.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll run with Watson. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Here's the give off the left side. Breaks into the open. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Out wide right, it's Mays. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's
right down the gut of the field. Past the 20. Touchdown, Gators! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Powell. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top as we get a look at the stats. second down here as we're back at it after the break. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull 1 or 2 guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
Out wide left, it's Addison. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
And that's an encouraging sign to see for this offense. Last possession, they had to punt. Now, third down. They get to third down right away. Execute at a good level. Move the sticks. Maybe get some momentum going here for this offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Powell. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Second down, gonna throw it. Makes the catch, it's Sharp. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
From the gun on third down. They get to him as he throws. Got his man downfield. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides, and it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're...
Makes a grab and room to run. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They were all over it. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Unleashes one deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. There he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Florida. And they turn it into a defensive score. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Herring. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Lets it fly. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. To throw, it's Mendoza. Just got rid of that one. Long way to go on 2nd down. He's changing the play. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Shaw. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
2nd down to the air. And he gets it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Speeding down the left side. The 40, the 30. He's at the 20. All the way back. Touchdown, Florida. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Fielded in the end zone, it's Herring. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Throws to the wideout. Left side is Bates. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. First play of this drive. Back's got it on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They'll try to move on from that first down play, 2nd and goal from the 12. Jones wants to throw it. Out wide right, it's Montgomery. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Finds him out of the backfield. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. From deep, it's Herring. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Straight ahead, it's Dickens. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the 2nd quarter. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half. Want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the 2nd half. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Church. There he goes. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the return, it's Herring. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. The run inside. It's Dickens. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Give to the running back. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
3rd and long coming up. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to beat the D deep. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on 4th. Rush right in his face. And it's a sack.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he's going to bring this one out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Lining up to add another. Splits those uprights right in half. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Looking for room, it's Montgomery. Got enough for the first down. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Jones to throw. Out wide right, it's Montgomery. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Running it to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Out wide left, it's Young. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do.
Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Herring. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it here on 4th down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step.
Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. That is his 3rd score of the game, and now 14 on the season. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Second and long here. Sets his feet. It's Mendoza. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped on fourth down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Jones wants to throw it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Tight end now in motion. On the ground. Knocked down in the backfield. And boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Right side, it's Young. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down.
And that is exactly what you want on third down defense, man. You want to drop back, and you want to make sure the ball doesn't get pushed down the field past the sticks, and then you rally up and tackle. Now, it's sometimes easier said than done, but he does a great job breaking on the football.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that drive covered 29 yards. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Georgia Tech, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Herring. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond. They
were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. He spins that thing down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's Dickens. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. On 3rd down, here's Watson. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the 2nd level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Hard running there.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Burrowing for yardage. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting, and they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Set to kick this one away.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll run him again, and they swarm him under.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Out wide right, it's Mays. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind him last week. Coming out today, putting together a great performance for his team.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Jones to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
And you're seeing the best version of this guy this week, right? We know he threw 2 picks a week ago. We talked to him. He said it was a game he wanted to put behind him and just get refocused. You are seeing when he brings his A game to the park, he helps this offense be completely dynamic.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Turning it on. Inside the 30. He's at the and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Fielded in the end zone. It's Herring. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Gonna run it. It's Powell. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Plowing ahead on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Going with the counter play here. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.